All right, let's see. Hello, what you want to say? Go ahead. Hello.
Hi, Christian Prince.
How
I've
are
been a
you?
fan of your channel.
All right.
Uh, I was born Muslim. I was made a Hafiz as well uh, in the UK,
All right.
and so it's just I've been questioning things in religion, and it's
But
just
but why you decide to leave Islam?
I don't know.
Islam have many good things, like
No, it's just that like from what I've seen, yeah, it's just they look very backwards. Like so, for
But
example,
isn't this the good thing about it?
I met someone.
I just said to you, Islam have many good things, which is the backward. Like you can have sex with your children. You know, you can lie to your wife. The wife can lie to you.
Yeah,
You can lie to your friends.
yeah,
Islam encourage hypocrisy. You do not need to be a Muslim by faith, but you can say I'm a Muslim. Just say Shahada. If you say Bismillah wa bihamdihi 100 times, all your sin will be forgiven, even if it's more than the foam of the ocean. You left all of this.
yeah. And also, like some of the things which, like for example, it says in the Quran that you can hate your wife. So I think that kind of teaching goes in Islamic households. Like so, for example, since this page is anonymous, I can say that uh, like my dad used to hit my mom. Yeah, but I was really young, so I couldn't do much. But now when I'm older, uh, you know, it's just like such a taboo that you can't really talk about it in your family.
Yeah, Muhammad, he said, no man should be questioned why he is beating his wife, right?
Yeah.
And that is telling you that this is a religion made for the man by the man. It cannot be from God.
Yeah. I'll be honest, he actually tried to strangle her, 'cause it's been bothering me and I can't really say. The thing I've noticed, yeah, you can't think critically in Islam. And Muslim people don't think critically, like, um, what do you say, like, um, consider the teachings and I don't know, whatever. Yeah, I can see the hadith which you say.
Yeah,
But the normal Muslims don't know about this,
you
you
see,
know?
even if you are a Muslim who do not know, but you look at Islam and you try to find the source of what they are doing, like your dad, and I'm sorry to hear about your mom being struggling with your dad and he is using violence with
Yeah.
her.
And the thing is, Muslim women, when these things happen, thing is like you see like in Muslim countries like all the divorce rates are so low and what do you say or there are families but they don't actually know the story which is going on because they're like they want to leave their husbands but they're like they can't divorce easily and uh, there'll be shame upon the family all this tribal culture going on
It's not
so I
only
think
that,
it's
how they will sort of support them. I remember when I was a kid, there was a guy, his name is
yeah.
Muhammad Ali, and he,
Oh, it's mine is Muhammad as well.
oh
It's
yeah,
everyone's
okay,
name Muhammad.
he's a Bedouin guy, and he was with me in school. So he did not come
Yeah.
to school. So I went to his house actually to check on him, and I said, hey, you're not coming to school. What's up? He said, oh, my dad, he divorced
Yeah.
my mom, and we do not know what to do. She need to find a place. Her parents, they passed away a long time ago. She's an old woman. So imagine he divorced her, and when they get married, they wrote the dowry he have to pay her when he divorced her, right? So
Yeah. That's
they
one of the
wrote her
conditions.
the money he wrote at that time. He married her almost 50 years ago. She's very old, now, and we are like a teenage at that time, high school. So he said to me,
Yeah.
the money he said, and the money he will give her, which is in the contract, is not even good to buy a TV now. At that time, it was good money, you know. But now
Oh.
the money is not even good to buy a TV. So what she can do with this money? And we do not know what to do. So I'm not going to school. So this is how horrible the life of Muslim women. She served the man or her life like a slave. She make him
Yeah.
babies. She
I
clean
just
his
like
clothes.
I see like people like Andrew Tate, and all of these famous figures. They've lived like 40 years of their lives as atheists, and had all of their fun, and now they're like, oh yeah, Islam is good, but you should
But
actually.
nothing
It's
changed.
just
And
that
Andrew Tate is
how
still
can you?
no, he's still a pimp. He's still his website is functioning. His pimp house is working. Nothing changed.
Yeah, and so
If you can
this
mute
is
YouTube,
also like
if you can mute YouTube because my voice is coming back to me, please. So those people did not change
no,
anything.
I
They
apologize.
still actually now Andrew Tate, he is the British authority. They issue an arrest against him because there's new evidence coming
Yeah,
against him, and they want him to be
yeah,
sent to the UK. And I mean, the guy he have Islam is appealing for many, especially if you are a criminal, if you
yeah.
are a low class person, if you are a pimp. But by the way, you know that there is a verse in the Quran that says okay to be a pimp, right?
What?
Yeah,
No way.
yeah. Actually, there's a video made by
No way. It can't be.
Fifi Farid. He have a video of him speaking to three Muslims, and they agree. The Quran says it's okay to be a pimp. You can watch it. If you go to the
Oh,
Quran,
him. So like,
oh,
wow, like,
we are
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Muslims like for 1500 years. So and that's also what I believe is that so like Islam was spread by the sword and like forcefulness because people didn't have the chance to contemplate like uh about the book that was being revealed to them. It was just like they come to their lands and say either you pay the jizya or stay in humiliation and just die or accept Islam. So
it's
Jizya is only for Jews and Christians.
yeah. No, but that's what I'm saying. So like I'm like British Pakistani, and like so Islam came to Pakistan. I don't know, few thousand years back, and yeah. So
2000 years,
I kind of think
Pakistan
it's better.
only became a nation in 1948.
Oh, sorry, India. India, you could say.
yeah. At that time, it was India anyway. India and Bangladesh. All of those they used to be India, and then they were
Yeah,
divided. Because Muslim they don't want to live with the Hindus. Yeah.
yeah.
But
But so like our in the family, they say, oh, it was the British who did that, and blah blah blah. Like they
Is
divided
it
people.
is it okay if I
But
read
I'm just
something?
you read what? Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
Hold on. Colossians 3:19. Husbands, love your wives and do not be harsh with them.
Yeah. We cannot compare between the Bible and the teaching of the Quran. Islam is based on fear. Fear starts inside the family. Terrorism. The first terrorism starts inside the house. The man he beat his wife. The
Oh,
wife beat the babies, and then the family, all of it. Everybody beat everybody in the society. The Islamic society is based on big fish and small fish. The big fish eat the small fish, and there's no justice. Even though the Muslim they say to you, there's justice. Go and see how Muslim they kill each other always. Who is going to practice justice when
yeah.
they are the one? Like Aisha, she took an army to kill Ali and his kids and his family. Is Aisha a good woman? Obviously, she is a gang member. Muhammad,
Here's
he killed many. Ali,
sorry.
he killed many. The Caliphate Uthman, he was killed. They took the hair from his beard. They drag him in the ground like a dog. So, in order to claim that Islam brought something good to you, how come all Muslims since Muhammad time they were slaughtering each other? Imagine if we read in the Bible that Paul he killed John, and John he killed Peter, and Peter he chopped the head of Mark, and Mark he chopped the head of etc. So then you need to ask yourself, what kind of disciple Jesus he have? Those are the disciple of Muhammad. They are chopping the head of each other.
I mean, that's what I see, in Muslim communities. Like they lack patience, and so as I told you, I'm also a Hafiz, if you know about that.
Yeah, you
Like
recite. You mean
you
you
go to
recite
a
the Quran?
madrasa.
So you know the Quran by heart,
Yeah,
all of it?
yeah. I was made to do that.
Mm.
Actually, like I had good memory, and then my parents were like, okay, just let him memorize the Quran, which has no use.
What was your favorite verse to
Was the
recite?
user?
What was your favorite
Yeah,
verse?
you could give me. As I told you, so like for example, so we are Pakistani, and thing is, we focus more on memorization instead of like
Yeah,
contemplating.
yeah.
And
You don't know what you are
thing
reading.
is,
Yeah.
do you want me to read?
Yeah, yeah.
Do
I
you want
mean,
me to?
you. Hello, brother.
Yeah, hi.
Um, yeah, I'm glad you came out of Islam because that religion is meant to be for Muhammad's people, apparently.
Yeah. No, and that's
But
what I'm saying, and
no one should become a
like
Muslim.
some of my family, like they even live in Qatar and Saudi, and so they're like, they're considered as second-class citizens. Like basically, they're Arabs. They're what do you say? The Arab Muslims. They're like at the top of the hierarchy, and they just consider like Pakistanis, Bangladeshis, or whatever to be, it's like
Yeah, they
part
are
of like
racist.
poverty.
Always the Arab they are racist, and the Arab they are racist against each other too. Like
Yeah. They flaunt their
In
wealth,
Kuwait,
and they're like,
in Kuwait, do you know what they call the daughter of Muhammad?
no, I don't know.
No, they give the name of the daughter of Muhammad to their flip flap. You know?
Oh,
Yeah, their flip flap.
so you mean like
So yeah,
censorship and stuff?
no, Zanuba, they call it Zanuba. So the Muslim themselves, they are very racist against each other. Depends where are you from.
Yeah.
The Saudi look down at the Qatari look down at the Bahrain look down in Bahrain because the Muslim Sunni, they are a small minority between the Shia. So what they do, they bring Muslim Sunni from Pakistan and they give them citizenship. So they can balance the number of the Shia, otherwise the Shia they will take over. And that's why the Saudi, they made a bridge between Saudi Arabia and Bahrain in order to prevent Iran taking over because the Shia are majority. Yeah. But we know that Arab always are, if you're an Egyptian, you are not an Arab. So the Arab, they look down at you. And even your salary, like if an Egyptian person who works in Saudi Arabia,
like,
go ahead.
yeah. I was saying that luckily I was like a part of the Western culture. You could say I was born here, but I see many people, like from the Muslim continent, they always try to flock into the Western countries. I've even like heard a lot of cases here. They declare themselves as Christians or like people of other religion to claim asylum in these countries that we're being oppressed. But in fact, they are just Muslim, but they're just trying to settle in these countries. I'm just saying, like, if Muslim countries are so good and Islam is the best, why don't they settle over there? And as you even see, like Palestine, you have nearly like 50,000 people have been killed. So if you care like so much about the Muslim Ummah and everything, why has no one, like none of their leaders spoken up truly about it or sent troops to fight the Israeli military or something, And it just shocks me, like, I don't know.
The numbers of people who die in Gaza is fake numbers because those are given by Hamas. Anyway, let us say they are 100,000. But why we don't look around us and see who killed so-called Palestinian in Middle East? The King of Jordan, go right now and search for something called the Black September. Black September. The King of Jordan, the King of Jordan, he slaughtered tens of thousands of so-called Palestinians in Jordan. What about we go to Hezbollah and the Shia in Lebanon? They surrounded the camps of the settlement of the Palestinian in Lebanon for almost 3 years, and they forbid them from having water, food, drink, medicine, to the point when a person he die, they even eat him. This is how bad it become. This is the act of the Shia in Lebanon. And now Hezbollah, they claim that they are standing with Gaza. What about we check what happened with the Palestinian in Egypt? Egypt right now, as we speak, they are building 3 walls next to Gaza wall because they don't want a single person from Gaza to come to their land. And the Egyptian army, they bombed all that area and they killed hundreds of Hamas members in their side. Why? Because Hamas, they are the Muslim Brotherhood, and the Muslim Brotherhood, they are a threat to Egypt. So in Egypt, they make a speech against Israel, but in reality, they hate them to death. And they are so happy to see Israel doing what they are doing. Same as Saudi Arabia. You see all those Arab who they claim they stand against Israel. With Gaza, the reality is the opposite. All of them, they are praying in their heart that not a single one of them will survive. The Emirati, the Bahrain, the Qatar, the Saudi, every single one of them, nobody will give them even a visa. So this is why the Arab are very well known in their hypocrisy. Nobody like them, and there is a reason. There's a reason. Always they betray their neighbors. They are not trustworthy. As an example, in Kuwait, those Palestinians, they are not Palestinian by the way, but they call them Palestinian now. They've been given all the rights in Kuwait.
What are they?
Jobs, good salary, nice villas. They live like kings. Nobody can be kicked out of Kuwait. They even get salary even if they have no job, just because they are Palestinians. Free education, free insurance, free health insurance, free school for their family. And then when Saddam Hussein, he attacked Kuwait, what the Palestinian did? They joined Saddam Hussein against the Kuwaiti. And then when the Kuwaiti got their country back, they kicked every single Palestinian out. And that's why then Jordan almost went bankrupt, because Jordan had more than 75% Palestinians. And this is the state of Palestine. If we want to make it, they are asking for a state for the Palestinian. Here we go, Jordan. It is more than 75% of the population is Palestinian. So you want to have a state for them? Here we go. They have, Jordan is many times bigger than Israel. And it's empty. This war is not about land. This war is about religion. And the Arab themselves, they don't want those Palestinians. In fact, the king of Jordan, he did not know what to do with them. This is why he made his son, he forced his son, he forced him, the previous king of Jordan, Abdullah, Hussein, he forced his son to marry a Palestinian woman, so the Palestinian will not kill the king of Jordan right now and take over the government. So he took women from them, so his son now will be mixed, so the Palestinian, they will not revolt against him, but that will not stay for long. At the end, I believe in 20 years from now, the Palestinian, they will take control of all of Jordan, and Jordan will be totally controlled by Palestinians because they are the majority. Those, they call them Jordanian, are very small in number, and it's just a matter of time. Jordan will be the state of Palestine, and you will see, time will come, and you will see that Jordan name will change and will become Palestine, and this is what will happen. We will see.
Here's the thing, right? Muslims always complain about Israel destroying Palestine, and it's hypocrisy because Arabs are doing it to them. And not only that, Ali Dawah said that the what brought him to Islam was a false claim of scientific miracles, right?
I met him, I met him personally.
Why shouldn't his faith be shaken, yet the potato is still in Islam? Why didn't he leave it?
Yeah, he's making good money from it. He just bought a house from Islam. What leave it? What he will do for a living? What are you talking about? That's a great business, So like they are making a lot of money from this garbage, So this is not this has become their career. What Muhammad Hijabi do for a living now? He go and give lectures. Suddenly he became a sheikh.
Did you know Muhammad actually bribed people to come to Islam according to Quran 960?
Yeah. مؤلف قلوبهم, yeah. He paid the money to convert. But then look what he did. Actually, that action was the reason for Islam to collapse as a gang. Because when Muhammad, he paid them money to those family, those family are the same ones who they killed the family of Muhammad. So the Muhammad, he found this gang. He knew they are aggressive, they are criminals. He knew he cannot fight them, they will kill him. So he offered them money if they convert, money and position. And they accept. But later, those people, they destroyed Islam and they killed the family of Muhammad. Yes, they spread Islam as a religion, but they spread their own Islam as a religion and they become the kings and they killed everyone from the family of Muhammad who dare to question their authority. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but it's like, and I'll tell you one thing more. Yeah, it's really hard for me to speak because, like, in my household, like, everyone's Muslim. So if they're aggressive anyways. Muslims are always aggressive. So if I'm saying anything, critical about Muslims, they're gonna like say, "Oh, what are you saying?" Blah blah blah. And
Muslims, they are aggressive when they are majority. When they are not, they are potatoes. Like we as a Christian in the Middle East, if I go to an area where the majority are Muslims, every one of them is a lion. But when they come to a Christian area, they are cats. So we know them. Like now, Hamas, they attack Israel. They attack who? They attack women, children, people who they were asleep in their beds. When the real army came, they are trying their best to cease fire. So what happened to the lions who they want jihad? Okay, you want jihad, here we go, jihad is coming to you. Isn't this what they want? War with the Jews? Okay, you started the war, let's have war.
The issue, but the issue of like Palestine and Israel is a bit more complicated, because I studied the history. Yes, Jews used to live here, but since many empires came and everything.
No. You see, doesn't matter how many empires. This is the land of the Jews. The Jews, they were captured twice, and there's no Palestinian or exist. There's no Palestinian. You see, when the Assyrian they came and they captured whoever lived in the Holy Land. They did not capture only the Jews. They captured the Jews and the real Palestinians. When the Jews were released from their captivities, they did not release the Assyrian. They did not release the Palestinian. The Palestinian never come back. So this is the land of the Jews. If somebody took them away by sword, that does not make it not their land. And if we go in time, we are talking about what? Long before even Moses. So even the Quran says that this is the Holy Land assigned to you Jews in the Quran. So this is not a land many empire was, because it doesn't matter who empire is. Even in the time of Jesus, when the Roman, they were in the authority, still the Jews are there, and we know the story about how the rabbi, they took Jesus to the court and they judged him for he claimed to be the Son of God and he claimed to be God. So the Jews still, they have authority, and the court is the court of the Jews, and the Roman, they are the one who is in the top to rule, but yet the rulers, they take the authority of the Jews. They give them their, like, let us say, local and independent in measuring their religion, law of religion, etc. As long as they pay their tax to Caesar, Caesar have nothing to do with them. As simple as that. So the Jews are there, and there is no Palestinian. The word Palestine, do you know what the word Palestine mean? Who knows?
No, tell us.
Palestinian mean a migrant, a foreigner. So when even they call themselves Palestinian, they accept to call themselves foreigners. So when an he says, I'm a Palestinian.
Which language is it?
In the Hebrew. Palestinian, this is the Arabic word, we say Palestine. We don't say Palestine. Like in English, you say Palestine, but in reality, in Arabic, you say Palestine, which is coming from the Hebrew. Palestine is somebody, he is a migrant, he is a foreigner, which means he is not from this land. This is their name. They are migrant. They are foreigners. So why they want to call them foreigners if they are from the land? They are called foreigners because they are foreigners. However, those who live now in Gaza, they are not those Palestinians. They have nothing to do. Those are collection of Bedouin from the desert of Sinai, from Arabia, from many places. That's why each one of them look different. You will see one of them is blonde. The other one, he have a curly hair. The other one, he have a dark skin. The other one, he is so white. The other one, they don't even have, they don't have any harmony in their look. Why? Because they are not one nation. The Jews, they went and they scattered around the world. This is why when they came back, there's the one, he is dark in skin. There's the one, he's white, because they are mixed. But those Palestinians, why they are...
The people used to say... Yeah, the people used to say, like, Jews used to spread corruption along the land, so that's why they were kicked out of every country they went to.
My friend, the Jews, they spread corruption, as they say, right? But if you go in the Middle East, you will never find a corrupt country in the world more than Middle Eastern. It doesn't matter who they are.
Oh, that's...
We have corrupt judges, police, government, the prince or the king or the president. We have people disappear. You say one word in Facebook about the king, you disappear, you and your family. The crown prince, he chopped the guy in Turkey. You remember? They chop in pieces. You know, shish kebab. So what corruption? You go to Israel now. Netanyahu himself
is... We're talking about facts. Like, we don't care, like, okay, the Arabs are like this. We're talking about Jews, like...
I know.
Corruption.
My friend,
and that's why they were
nobody, there's this corruption exists everywhere. And if a Jew, he spread corruption, well, obviously, in order to spread corruption, people around him have to be corrupt too. If I go to you to bribe you, I'm spreading corruption, but in order to spread it, you have to accept my bribe, correct?
Yeah.
Well, that means you are corrupt too. So why we blame the Jews? So we remember only from the Jews the one who is supposedly bad, but we have a million of us, they are bad. Why we don't see them? Because simply we have to discriminate the Jews. We have to blame the Jews. We have to blame somebody, and usually in society they blame the minority, because the minority are the easy target, the soft skin. Nobody dare to blame the one who is scary. In any society, like if you do something, let us say wrong. If you are rich, powerful, the police close their eyes, the FBI didn't see you, they don't notice it. Like here we go, Hunter Biden, the example, Hunter Biden is the son of president. They have tons of evidence that he is corrupt and he took a bribe. Until now he's free. If the same thing happened to a normal American citizen, what would happen to him? He will be in jail from a long time ago. So corruption exists everywhere, and there is people who they are protected.
That's a fact about the Jews, you know. I mean,
no, this is not true. This is not true. There is bad and good people everywhere. There's bad people everywhere, and don't think about it this way. Did you ever work with the Jews?
I'll be honest, no.
Okay, so how you know? Because they say to you.
Because I was studying history, and like people used to say they introduced, the interest system in the countries.
That's false, my friend. This is false. When the European, the church was in control, they forbid anyone who is a Christian to do banking, because there is interest is involved. It's forbidden. And because the Jews, they've been given their own law, which means they are not under the law of the church. So the Jews, they were free to start banking. But if we say that banking is corruption, that means all countries in the world, they are corrupt, because every country in the world have banking and they have interest, including Muslim countries. And what they do in Muslim countries, they give a different name. Halal interest, but it's interest.
Yeah, Muslims say that interest or riba, whatever they call it, is haram in Islam, but yet they still do extortion.
They change the name in Islam. They change the name of things. As an example, in Islam, fornication is haram. But in reality, fornication is a practice. Muhammad, he allow muta marriage. Muhammad, he will go in front of you. It says that prostitution, force not your girls to prostitution if they choose a chastity. But if they choose not, Allah is all merciful. Quran chapter 24, verse number 33. It's an official that you can hire a prostitute. It's official that you can rent a woman. Isn't this a corruption? When a man, he says you can have sex with a child. Isn't this is the most ugly corruption? So if a Jew, he like money, well, a Jew is not going to go after your child, at least. And he will not take your money unless you decide to do business with him. In the top of that, if you look around you, you will find every Muslim, when he have a case in the West, they hire a Jewish lawyer. So if they are corrupt and they are bad, why you hire a Jewish lawyer? You hire somebody. You hire somebody who's trustworthy.
Here's the thing, you know, chapter 5:32.
Sorry?
You know, chapter 5:32 of the Quran. Did you know that's from the? Did you know that's from the Talmud?
Yeah, but we don't want to change topic now. Let us focus here. Muhammad, the idea of blaming the Jews, it exists in many society, including Christian society. Not because the Jews are bad. There is for sure there's bad Jews, there's bad Christians. You know, Andrew Tate, he is not a Jew, is he? He's a very famous pimp. He have tons of videos speaking how he lure women. So how come nobody see him? Because he's not a Jew. But if he's a Jew, we will make a story about it. He's a Jew. What do you expect, man? Jews are bad, you know. So there's and Muhammad, from the beginning of Islam, he made everyone believe that there is two things to blame for anything bad happen: women and Jews. Women and Jews. If there is no Jews, read very carefully. The Prophet of Allah said, had it not been for Bani Israel, which means children of Israel, meat would not have gone bad. And it had not been for Eve, a woman would never, act unfaithfully or betray her husband. So Muhammad, he claimed there's two sources of evil in the world: Jews and women. Yet Muhammad, he have tons of them. He have tons of women in his house.
Hey, listen, Christian Prince, man, this is just, wow, the knowledge you're giving me, man, is just, it's so hidden from the Muslim community, you know?
Yeah, we need to be careful. You see, like when I say, me myself, I blame Muslims for every corruption, not the Jews. But when I say Muslim, I mean someone his name is Muhammad. No, I say a Muslim, he followed truly Muhammad. A Muslim, he follow Muhammad, he believe he can lie to me. That is corruption. He believe he can have sex with children. This is corruption. He believe that he can do muta. This is corruption. He believe that he can beat his wife. This is corruption. Because you corrupt your family, you are using violence to force yourself on a woman. That will bring rape, which means the man, he can rape his wife. What if the wife, she don't want to sleep with the husband? Beat her. This is corruption. Muhammad, he legalized every evil act, and yet the Muslim, they claim that they are against corruption, but reality is the opposite. Muhammad himself.
Yeah, and also I see, it's just all these, as I told you, like Muslim people from wherever, like Syria, Pakistan, India, they don't want to go to like countries like Qatar, UAE. They want to go to America.
Oh, absolutely, because there they will be treated like dogs. In Europe, they will be treated like a human. Yet they claim that European are pagans and they are bad and they are infidels and they are corrupt and Islam is good. But when they want to live, they live between those who they claim that they are corrupt. Why? Because Muslims are hypocrite. Why you want to go and live with people who they are bad? You know, why you don't live in Saudi Arabia? Saudi Arabia will not even welcome one of them. They will not. They are smarter than the European. European are stupid. They are just destroying themselves. Sooner or later, Europe will be zero European. The European themselves, they have to find a country to go to. All right, my friend. Thank you very much,
right.
both of you, for joining. All right, Roy. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Take care. Do we have any Muhammad who would like to join us? Rory, your mic.
I thought, did Khadija convert to Islam, or was she a Christian?
Well, you know, based on what we see in the stories, you know, I believe Muhammad, he never met really Christians around him. Those are false people, maybe mostly it's a cult, you know, not Christians. If you remember the story of Muhammad when the angel, he squeezed him 3 times.
Yeah, so-called angel.
Yeah. So what Khadija, she did, she took him. Look what I type in the screen. I type Gharu Khara. Khara in Arabic means by mistake, sorry. No different anyway. So when the angel appeared to Muhammad, supposedly, Khadija, she took him to Waraqa ibn Nawfal. According to Muslim, Waraqa ibn Nawfal is a Christian priest. So if Khadija is not a believer, why she took him to Waraqa? Why exactly to Waraqa? And Waraqa is her supposedly like an uncle or a cousin. So why Khadija she chosen to take Muhammad to Waraqa, and Waraqa is the one who explained to Muhammad what he is experiencing. He told him that this is an angel, and you know, you are chosen by Allah, blah blah blah. So as you see, Waraqa ibn Nawfal here, according to Muslims, he became a Christian, and he used to write a writing with Hebrew letters. He would write from the gospel in Hebrew as much as Allah wished him to write. By the way, here it says in Hebrew. In different hadith it says in Arabic. In this hadith here it says in Hebrew. In the other hadith it says in Arabic. So what he was doing actually, if we combine both, Waraqa was translating from Hebrew into Arabic, and Muhammad, he took that book and he used it to add verses in the Quran. Go ahead, Mr. Abba Mashkal.
Thank you for unmuting me, Christian Prince. And I have to correct you. I wasn't Abdul. I don't have anything to do with this religion.
So you left Islam now?
Yeah, Christian Prince. I already talked to you before. I already told you what was the reason for that. But I am here because of something different, if you don't mind.
All right.
You talked about the Musaf of Uthman bin Affan, right?
Uh-huh.
Let's claim this Musaf is true, but it still contradicts Sahih al-Bukhari 3806, because Muhammad said the Muslims should take the recitation of Quran from 4 persons, and no one of them mentioned Uthman.
Yeah.
I cannot understand how they have the audacity to claim that the Quran is not corrupted. Obviously, it is corrupted.
Yeah. Muhammad, he said, take the Quran from 4. خذ القرآن عن 4.
Yes. Abdullah ibn Masud, Ubayd ibn Ka'b, Salim, and there was another guy, but I forgot his name.
Yeah. But then, the Muslim did not take it from them. So what he's saying, well, if this is what Muhammad command, that you take the Quran from those, so where is the Quran from those? However, for me, you see, when I debate Muslims, I don't talk about the Quran is being corrupted. I believe it's not for my benefit. It's better for me that the Muslim agree the Quran never corrupted, so we can love more.
The thing is, if you had used this argument, you would destroy them more, to be honest.
You know, like as I said, I think no. I will tell you why. I remember once I was debating a Muslim, and they start saying to me, "Well, we know that any verse I show him," he said, "Well, obviously this is somebody put the Quran, they put this there. This is not from Allah. Allah don't say that." So now they have a new trick, and the trick is we escape Allah saying that, and we claim the Quran we have today is corrupt, but Islam is true. So it's better for me to make it easier to agree that the Quran never changed, and then we show him how it is, and then what he can do about it. Muslims are very sneaky, you know, people, and usually if a person he have a decency, he will leave Islam like you. But the one who have no decency, he always sneak around. So you take him left, he go right. You take him right, he go left. You say to him, Quran is not corrupt, right? And then when he find there is no solution except to say Quran is corrupt, if this is will save Islam, he will say, yes, Quran is corrupt. But that is not really what destroy Islam, because as you see, it's corrupt. Allah did not say that. No?
No, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand your point.
Yeah, so it's easier to debate someone who believe Quran never changed, because then he is out of excuses. Like when I show him all those mistakes in the Quran, forget about this hadith. Let us say this hadith does not exist. But the Quran itself is a disaster. So I do not need the hadith, you know. I can use the hadith, let us say, to explain something in the Quran. This one, as you said, is just explain how Muhammad, he commanded the Quran to be collected. And as long the Muslim did not follow the command of Muhammad, obviously, the Quran they have today is not valid. However, who said that the Quran, the Muslim they have today, is the Quran of Muhammad? Nobody. You see, when this Uthman, he accepted the challenge to bring Quran of Uthman. Our Christian brother, he is originally from Pakistan. He made a challenge, $5,000 if you can show me the Quran of Uthman. This idiot, he come back and he decided to show him the Quran of Uthman. Then when he come back, the same book he have in his hand, it says the following. And this is page 123. It says, it is obvious that it is not possible to say that the Cairo Mus'haf, which means the one is exists in Cairo right now, was one of the Mus'haf attributed to Caliph Uthman. It is not possible. He come and he challenged the Christians. He says, yeah, I have the book. Look, I have it here. This is the book of Uthman.
No, it is the 1924 version of Egypt. That is impossible to take, even that's something in the past.
Didn't this guy, but he don't know how to read. I mean, we understand that he claimed to be a sheikh, but he don't know Arabic. But the book in the front of him is in English. So why he could not read that it says, I mean, he came to challenge the Christian. He says, you said you will give $5,000. You are a liar. Here we go. This is the book of Uthman. It's in the front of me. It's here. It's in my hand. Give me the money. You're a liar. I got you busted. And then the same book he had between his hand, it says it is impossible that this book is the book of Uthman. It is impossible. Cannot be possible. They don't read. Nobody read. They are like their prophet, illiterate. All right. Anything else?
My last question. You claimed it was a debate or a discussion with Abdul, and you said that the real father of Muhammad was Waraka bin Nawfal. And I know who was Waraka bin Nawfal. He was a pionate priest, as far as I know. But do you have any sources or information that claims your let's say your piece?
If you read my book, you will see a really strong connection between Waraqa and Muhammad. As an example, when Muhammad tried to commit suicide, when he tried to do that?
Beg your pardon, I couldn't understand your question.
Okay, do you know the hadith about Muhammad trying to commit suicide?
Yes, it's Al-Bukhari. To be honest, there are a few Muslims who claim that the chain of narration wouldn't be correct about those hadiths.
They can say whatever they want. This is their books anyway. I mean, they can claim whatever they claim, but this is their books. They are the one who brought this history. They bring the garbage to us, and then when they deliver it to our home, they say, "Oh, this is our garbage."
MSCP, to be honest, they reject everything.
Yeah.
Forget the hadiths. They even don't accept muta or there was another.
Yeah, but the point is, if you read my book, you will find that according to Muslims, Waraqa ibn Nawfal's sister, she offered the father of Muhammad 100 camel to sleep with her.
100 camel.
And he agreed. And then he's supposed to come back to her. He was in his way to go to Amina, and Amina supposedly is the mother of Muhammad. So he went and he came back, and when she found out that he did it, he slept with her, she refused to sleep with him. I believe strongly that the story, obviously there's some fabrication. I mean, 100 camel at that time is like offering $1 billion. I mean, if you have a camel, you are rich. If you have 2 camels, you are wealthy. If you have 5 camels, you are really doing great. So 100 camel to sleep with her. So that proved that Muhammad's father was a gigolo. He get paid for sex, according to Muslim stories. Same time,
like a gold digger.
I believe that Waraqa, you see, in the Arab, they used to have something called Zawaj al-Rahat. Zawaj al-Rahat mean the marriage of a group. A woman, she will marry many husbands. When she have a child, she was going to give birth, she choose who is going to be the father. And obviously, Amina, the mother of Muhammad, if she is the mother of Muhammad, she had many husbands, not one. There's many proof of that. Muhammad was born 4 years after his father's death. Muhammad father and his father, they get married in the same day. And Muhammad and Muhammad supposedly died a few months after his marriage. So how Muhammad was born 4 years after, based on the reference the Muslims they have? Yeah.
Even the timeline is not correct.
We can say that now the Muslim, they will say this is a wrong history, it's not correct. But you notice here, anything you bring to the Muslim, they say this is wrong, it is mistake. This is like at the age of Aisha. What she was, if you do correct study, you will find that she was 18, right? So
that's a lie. There's no
but the point is anything is embarrassing, it is wrong. It is not true. It is wrong information. If it is not embarrassing, then it is authentic, it is true, it is, amazing, The second it is stupid, the same second the source will become not authentic. Like when Muhammad is saying,
that's why I
yeah, when the Quran says, I mean, this is the Quran, he found the sun set in murky water. The Muslim, they do their best to say appearance, he thought, it looked like, but the verse is so clear. He found the one is talking is not even the guy, it is Allah. He found the sun set in a murky water. He found where the sun set to. And here in the translation, look what they add. Look at the fabrication. It says, it appeared to him that it was sitting in a dark, turbid sea. You see, if you copy, here we go, the Arabic text is next to it. You can copy each word one by one, and you will not find anywhere the word appear to him. Turbid sea, the word sea does not even exist. It says in Arabic, spring. So this is why we say Islam without lies dies. You change the translator. This is the translation of who? Muhammad Assad. Let us go to a different person.
your translation Christian Prince.
Well, I'm working it. I hope soon I will be able to finish it. Because we need a translation. This is Big Tal, right? This is Big Tal, yeah? It says here, till when he reached the sitting place of the sun, he found it sitting in muddy spring. Where is the sea? Where is turbid sea? Where is the word appear? You see, if the word appear is exist, it should be exist in every translation, because this is a word you cannot ignore. Same time, what it mean appear to him? Allah is telling us what happened with this guy. And then he said he reached the sitting place of the sun. Where is that? Do we have any Muhammadan would like to join us? Anything, guys, you want to say?
Oh yeah. Have you seen that video of Mimi Hijab where he says the Quran itself is dangerous?
The Quran is what?
Dangerous according to Muhammad Hijab, the Quran only Muslims.
I mean, I don't know what this guy he say, but dangerous. Anything can be dangerous, but the dangerous is not the Quran itself. The dangerous is the one who read the Quran.
And implement it.
There is two things need to gather together: a Quran and a person. That will become dangerous. Quran alone is not dangerous. So you bring a person plus the Quran. Now we have fire. It's like matches, you give a matches to a kid, then you set the house in fire. Otherwise, matches is not going to set the house on fire. So the Quran can be a comedy book. It can be like the 1000 Night and Night stories, something silly, the flying carpet, and the guy who lost his penis, and the guy who chopped it, and the guy who was going to have aversions, and the guy who found the sun set in murky water, and the guy who have a flying carpet, and his army is 3,500 miles. So the Quran can be a great book of entertainment for the one who want to love. But you give the Quran for a stupid person, you will have Hamas. You will have Hezbollah.
Nice.
Yeah, just give it to the idiot, and then that book will become dangerous. Everything is good? Don't forget to invite your friends, and if you are Muslim, you can invite your 4 wives and your 60 kids. All right, that's good, that's good. Okay. Do we have any Muhammadan? Yeah, Osama bin Laden, he have 60 brothers. You know, they keep marrying women after women. They change women the same as they change bicycles. Sometimes when they get rich, they do one of two things. Either they commit a crime or they marry a new wife. He got rich, that's it. You know, he is not going to behave. This is why Muslim women, they do their best to keep their husbands poor. I remember my mom, she asked our neighbor, she said to her, well, she saw her like taking furniture out, and she said, but you just bought those couches, and nice couches, expensive ones, just a few months ago. She said, oh, they have cigarette on them, holes in them, etc. Said, Mama, she said, you should not let the kids do that. How you know? She said, you don't understand. I do that on purpose. Because if my husband, he was able to save money, the first thing he would do, he will go and marry a new wife. So what she do, she keep breaking furniture, destroying the curtains, the couches, the mirror is broke, etc. Your son did that, your daughter did this. So she tries to suck his blood as much as she can. And in the same time, in the process, she saved money in her pocket. She hide money from him. She don't tell him the exact cost. So this way, she can be guaranteed, and this is the only way she can guarantee that he will not marry a second wife. As soon as he make money enough for him to buy a new wife, he will go to the supermarket and he buy a mut'a woman. This is why always Muslim women, they spend a lot of money and they do it on purpose. Because this is the only way. Unless he is very rich and those things will not do much. So then they will start asking for something expensive like jewelries. She want diamonds, she want gold, she want etc. She lure him to buy things for her. So because this is her security, and she don't even keep them home. Like he buy her gold, he buy her diamonds, she go and hide them in her family houses. Because you never know, maybe tomorrow he will be angry from her and he will take them. So she will take it, give it to her families, and this is the only way they can guarantee their futures. Do we have any Muhammadan would like to join us? Any Muslim?
Christian friends, I have to go, but I wanted to tell you I'm so blessed that Christ has allowed us to talk and convince me out of this demonic religion. I pray for you and I ask God to send His blessings to you. May God bless you, Christian.
Thank you. Okay, so you were a Muslim before?
Yeah, I talked with you and then you showed me the Zulqarnain.
Okay. I apologize. I forget who I talked to. It's very hard to remember. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I'm happy that you decide to leave Islam, but in the same time, I feel sad for you. You will not get versions. Can you get me the versions as long as you are leaving Islam? Now, what you will do? I mean, what you would do now? Just give me the versions, and you go. Do you have them there? Like, can you send me like? I will take 70. Forget about 72. Okay, you know what? 50. Don't think about it. No. All right. All right.
No, I have a Christ that I will meet, which
is
far better and far bigger than any 72 versions one can be promised.
Good words to say. Thank you very much. God bless you.
God bless.
All right. Yeah. All right. I don't know. I was trying to get if you don't use them, let me at least, I like to be a part-time Muslim, mut'a from time to time, convert at night, wake up in the morning and repent.